What are some things that you realize schools stopped doing? For me, it was every 15 minutes. So at the time, it was said that every 15 minutes, a drunk driver kills somebody. What we learned, though, is that it was actually bumped up to 60 minutes at the time, which was 2017. And as a freshman, you basically wait like all your years for this to come around, and you're just hoping you get picked. There was a meeting you had to go to at lunch, and you were told, okay, here are the rules. You're going to fill out this form. Your parents are going to sign it. You're going to have an obituary ready, and you don't know if you're getting picked. So you just have to come to school packed, and you might not even get picked. So me, I didn't think I was going to get picked at all. They did tend to pick people who were known, I guess. I was the song captain of like the cheerleading team. Genuinely didn't think that mattered, though. I didn't think I was going to get picked. So many people were at that meeting. So from the second school starts, every 15 minutes, you will hear a church bell. And that means that somebody is getting picked up by the Grim Reaper from their classroom and taken to a hidden room because they passed away in a car accident. They call your parents with a real phone call. And your parents know that's going to happen, obviously, because they signed it. And they basically say, you know, your child died in a car accident. And then they cut it and they say, your child's fine, you know, we're going to be at this hotel, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to be able to get a hold of them. They won't have their phone. Basically, like, you really got into this accident. And then after, like, fourth period, where there would be, like, pep rallies, you went out to the courtyard, and they did a plane lands, ambulance show up, and it's a reenactment of the car accident that happened of a group of kids. They always did this before prom, too, so kids knew if they were going to go to a party after prom or whatever, not to drink and drive. I'll insert clips, too, from it. My sister-in-law actually passed away or lost her arm in the accident, and she got accepted into San Jose to play softball. So, you know, fourth period comes around, and I'm assuming I'm just not getting picked. The Grim Reaper walks into the room and starts reading my obituary, and I'm, like, texting my husband, like, I got picked, I'm not going to be able to text you, I'm leaving. I was happy I got picked fourth period, though, because that means I only had to sit through 2 more periods before we left. But yeah, you got up there, they called my parents, took my phone, took my laptop, and just sat in a room with a bunch of people. And the not having a phone was the best part. Like, the way the people in that room who also died became so close with me in one day. Because we didn't have phones. We had to share our deepest, darkest secrets. Everyone was sending me pictures. I didn't have my phone, but my phone blew up after. Everyone was sending me pictures of my headstone with my senior picture in the middle of the school. Right when we got to the hotel, we went and we walked over to a Golden Corral that was right across the road. We ate dinner, we came back, and 2 police officers came. One woman shared her story of her brother, who is basically a vegetable now, who was drinking and driving, going 80 miles an hour, head-on with somebody, and he's still alive, but he's a vegetable. The second story, it was a CHP officer, and he was he pulled someone over, and a drunk driver came and ran into that car and killed them. He had to deliver the news to the house of the wife, and when the door, it's so sad, when the door opened, it was his babysitter, who was the guy's wife. I still get emotional. There was, like, obviously, like, football players in that room and everything, all crying, everybody crying. And then the next day we got back on the bus, and it was a whole ceremony with your parents were able to come, but it was just the seniors, obviously. And they played the video of the car accident that we seen at fourth period. And then some people went up, parents, and read obituaries, and all of our pictures were lined up on the stage we had to walk out and place our candle by our picture. But yeah, maybe it was a budget thing, but I don't hear about schools doing that anymore. I know some schools did it different and would just make you walk around with zombie makeup on, like special effects makeup, so people knew that you were dead, but you still had to go to school. But yeah, we didn't go to school the next day until I think like fourth period.